Yeah, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Vince Pass in the building. You know, people coming in right now. Give everybody a few more minutes. Yeah, man, it was a dope day today. Nice breezy day out here in Cincinnati, Ohio. Shout out to everybody. I can't stand this changing of the weather. I'm always getting caught up in this changing of the weather. Allergies are such a killer. I wish that God will just give us the ultimate cure for allergies, and we could just call it a day. Feel what I'm saying? What do you think? I just wish God gives us the ultimate cure for all allergies, and we just call it a day. I tell you, no lie, because every time gets late, the weather flip flop after the rain and everything. I'm gonna tell you right now, I am almost useless out here. I'm almost useless. You feel me? Almost useless. I can't stand it. You know what I mean? Nose be all good. You know what I mean? I don't do medicine. You know what I'm saying? I don't do medicine a lot. You know what I mean? So like for me, it's gotta be really, really dire for me to take any type of medicine whatsoever. Because if anybody knows, heck, I even hate taking aspirin at times. That's real rap. I even hate taking aspirin right now. So, shout out to everybody that likes taking medicines, drugs. I mean, this one. Yo, another day, another dollar. Make you want to holler. Yo, it is Wednesday, hump day. Y'all know what it is, how we do. It's the chop in the building. Shout out to everyone that just made it through hump day. I was that old fat boy. I can't do it no more. I was young at the time. I ain't young no more. But yeah, man. So today we're gonna chop it up. We're gonna talk about some life changing things. You dig what I'm saying? Listen, one thing I will tell you, and I will be the first to tell you, that I cannot stress enough about this subject right here that I'm about to talk to you guys about tonight. Let me tell you something, man. This right here, I can tell you, for me, it's definitely been like food to the soul. Because when I was going through some things, man, I gotta tell you, like, I had to come to some terms. But yo, we gonna chop it up. We definitely gonna chop it up, and we gonna get into it. So I'm just trying to give everybody a few more seconds to get into the chat room. You know what I'm saying? Come on in, come on in, come on in. Just come on in. Seem like my internet wanna act up too. A lot of things wanna act up tonight, huh? All right then. We gonna handle that. We gonna handle that right now. We just going through. So yo, so how was your day today? You can catch me in the chat room. We on YouTube right now, www.youtube.com/Vince Pass. Catch me on Facebook Live. I'm on my IG pages right now. IG Vince, I'm that dude Pass. Or we on my One Voice One Mic page. Either way, we still got to get it popping. You feel what I'm saying? So, I'm looking for something right now. And the funny thing is that y'all can't seem to find it. But hey, guess what? I am going to find it anyway. And guess what it is? Yeah. I can't wait until I just like incorporate this joint right here. Feel me? Yeah, check it out. It's my theme. Song of the show, The Chop. Had a lot of feedback on this joint right here. You know what I'm saying? People was rocking with it. And I really appreciate it. Boss Lady in the building. What's going on, Boss Lady? Yeah. Shout out to my peoples at Verizon. Y'all know what it is. Every time you come to the party, everybody come on in. So everybody coming on in right now. Yeah. Let's talk about it. Nothing yet. Alright. So listen. Tonight, I'm gonna talk to y'all real quick. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna make it a long, drawn out conclusion for you. You feel me? We're gonna chop it up in the chat room. If you're here, you know what I mean? Throw your name up, shout you out. Whatever you got going on, let's go. Let's get at it then. On my theme song in the background, doing what it do. Yeah. 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 Hit them pauses in that. Let's go. Let's get back at it. Yeah, but anyway, like I said, shout out to everybody that's out here right now in the world, doing what they do, Let's get it, tuck the kiddies in bed, then let's get at it. You rocking with your boy Vince Pass for the chop. Yo, tonight we're gonna talk about some life changes, man. You feel what I'm saying? I want to talk to y'all about changing careers. But before I can talk to you about changing careers, there's a lot of lies that's going on out here about changing careers. Like, oh, I've been in this job for a certain amount of time. How do my skills transfer over? Or, the other big lie is that there's no options out here. There's nothing out here for me. Okay? But then there's the other lie. See, I keep saying there's another lie. Yeah, because we continuously keep lying to ourselves. So here goes the other lie. The other lie is you keep lying. And you keep lying, and you keep lying to yourself. So eventually, you're not going to look at anything, and everything is going to be like, you know what I'm saying? And then you're not going to do anything at all. So let's chop it up for a second. What's holding you back from changing your life? Forget just changing the career. What's going on with you about changing your life? A lot of times, man, we get stuck, and that's real rap. We all get stuck. Everyone has experienced a level of stuckness before. I mean, I'm probably not even using that in the proper tense, but everyone gets caught in the level of being stuck. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times we worry about changing our life because the fear of change. We worry about our peers too much. We worry about family members too much. We worry about even doing better than other people, and then we can't take the criticism. You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, it's just about a fear that you have of being great. You know what I mean? But I want to talk to you guys about, some of the reasons behind why we stay where we at. So let's talk about the lie for a second. Yo, there are so many lies out there that we tell ourselves. Again, I'm going to talk about that as well. Let's talk about the comfort zone. A lot of times we don't want to get out of our comfort zone. You feel what I'm saying? And so with us not wanting to get out of our comfort zone, we put ourselves in these most complex positions. And as we put ourselves in these complex positions, we begin to accentuate the lies from the truth. You dig what I'm saying? We begin to hold on to that. Like, it's the cape that covers us. You know what I mean? And everything will bounce off of it. But the reality is you really attracting a lot of negative energy when you do that. But it's fascinating how we tell lies. It's cool that we tell lies to other people. You feel what I'm saying? But we won't accept lies from other people, but we'll accept lies coming from ourselves. Don't get me wrong. I was here. I did that. I did that for many a years. Many a years I lied to my own self. And if you're sitting out there and you listen to this podcast, like, share it, do what you do, you got to understand one thing. That lying to yourself create this anxiety, this fear, this negative euphoria. You know what I'm saying? And people lie to themselves. Many people lie to themselves a lot. And then they begin to believe those same lies. Like them lies just become compounded with more lies. And I always say, yo, lies, you need more lies to tell lies. And what happens when you run out of the lies? You dig? And so people are just perfectly fine lying to themselves. But when you constantly lie to yourself, you chip away at your self-confidence. You chip away at your vision. You chip away at your intellect. You chip away at your friendships. You chip away at your trust for yourself. You know what I'm saying? You chip away at the love for yourself. And the thing is that when you keep lying to yourself, you lie to yourself so much that you think that you're getting away with something. You know what I'm saying? You got people out here that are sitting there looking at you like this. Yeah, really? You expect for me to believe that? Why are you gonna keep lying? Why are you lying to me? You really at the end of the day lying to yourself. And I tell like the kids all the time, like when they be on the basketball court, football field, or whatever. I tell adults this too, even at my job. I tell them, yo, listen, you can't lie to a lie that can lie to you. Done been there, done that. You feel me? It's like the old adage, you can't con a con. So how you gonna sit up here and lie to me? When you really, at the end of the day, you really lying to yourself because the lie sounds so great. You know how we used to, we lie to our parents. No one can say we ain't never lied to your parents before or whatever, or lie to get out of trouble. Yo, we make the lie sound so dope. When somebody's just standing there like, really? So a lot of time it becomes life killers, career killers, because you begin to believe your own lie. So the great big lie of this is that it don't just destroy your career or destroy your life around you. You feel me? You begin to tell yourself like you lied because you didn't have a choice, or you not moving from where you at in your life because again, like Boss Lady said on my IG page, you don't want to come out your comfort zone. So you rather lie to yourself, you feel what I'm saying, and say that you're staying in this place right here because there's no options for yourself. So what happens when you lose out on fulfilling a career of, of success and happiness for yourself because you're afraid to move? All that circles around a fear. You fear to take the risk because you don't want to go through, you know what I'm saying, what it takes for you to get to the reward. Everybody want to go to heaven, but nobody want to die. Like, what was that movie? Mark for Death with Steven Seagal when he was killing all them dreads. You know what I'm saying? Yo, he killed like 181 dreads. Yo, super unrealistic. I still think he should have died with all the machine guns that they was shooting. You know what I'm saying? And then the dread dude was like, yo, everybody want to go to heaven, but nobody want dead. Everyone remember that line. Yo, if you was a Steven Seagal fan and you seen the movies, you would understand. You would know exactly what I'm talking about. You dig what I'm saying? So a lot of times, we with the lies, we drum up a strong level of fear, and that fear is toxic. So please, I don't want y'all to think for one moment that just being in a relationship with somebody else that have a level of negativity and toxicity, that's the only place that stuff exists. It exists inside of you too. My girl Simple Anita say fear is crippling, but it also leads into imposter syndrome. Woo! I got some of my shrinks on the case right now. Imposter syndrome. Yeah, because you begin to believe that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me tell you something. I'm gonna keep it all the way 100 with y'all right now. So when I was out there doing my dirt, you feel what I'm saying? Yo, when there was Fast and Furious out here on the movies, yeah, I was thinking I was Fast and Furious. It was no longer just for the money; it was for the thrill. At that point, I wasn't even getting in trouble anymore because y'all was saying y'all making this money. I was making some money. I wasn't making hella bread. You feel what I'm saying? But I kept believing that lie. Like the only reason why I was still doing what I was doing was because I was making money. No, fool, you wasn't getting money no more. You was just doing it for the adrenaline rush. So I was lying to myself and believing that lie. You feel me? I became something that I really wasn't. And yeah, and you believe that you're not worthy of success very much. And it's a fear. And one of the things that, like, I created an acronym for fear, and it goes forever evading all reality. Yeah, we put ourselves in this place, in this space where it's like, yo, I'm not dealing with reality today. I'd rather lie and smooth my way through it and just tell anybody anything. But really, at the end of the day, you're just telling yourself anything, and it's zero accountability because fear is a choice. Being afraid is a choice. Evading things is a choice. Not dealing with your reality is a choice. So if you don't want to move around and you want to stay in this job that you in and you forever complaining and being unhappy, go ahead and stay there. But please stop telling the same lies to everyone that you keep telling yourself and you expect for them to believe it when they're looking at you just like this. Really, son? Really? You expect for me to believe that? Risk versus reward. You feel what I'm saying? And it's because that many people don't like the choices that they have. It's not like they don't have choices. They don't like the choices that they have. Okay? And a lot of times, people just don't want to give up they don't want to give up their options in the bad situation that they're in. So let me give you an example. So you got a person who has a certain level of autonomy at a job, right? They don't like the job, but they can come and go as they please, because they know they're going to get the job done. You feel what I'm saying? But, you've been at this place for a while. You don't want to give up the money, the freedom to do probably whatever you really want to do, right? But it's a high stressful situation for you. You don't spend a lot of time with your family. You don't spend a lot of time with yourself. Your kids are complaining that they don't see you. Your wife or your husband complaining that they don't see you. You feel what I'm saying? But you'll stay in this situation. And you'll lie to yourself and say, yo, I need the money. You feel what I'm saying? Yo, well, you may need the money, but you'll say to yourself, man, and you keep complaining about this, man, I don't feel like being here no more. This, that, and the third. Yo, this job is so stressful. But every day you get up in the morning and you coming in, you clocking in, right? And then when you go home, right, you're not doing anything to try to alleviate the situation, the present situation that you're in. Because you keep saying, yo, I don't got no options. You just don't like the options that you're facing. You just don't like that. So it's the risk versus reward. You know what I'm saying? Many people aren't willing to give up something to get something. Yo, if you're making $60,000, $70,000 a year, right? But your work-life balance is super off. Yo, and you got to find another job because your spouse is saying, yo, listen, I'm about to leave you because I don't see you, this, that, and the third. You don't spend time with the kids. The house falling apart. Blah, 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 blah. Yo, but we need this money. And then he or she say, yo, I don't care about the money. And you still saying that we need this money. You making a decision to alter your life, alter your family life. And then guess who's not going to be happy? You're not. And the sad part about it is you're not already happy anyway being where you at. You are responsible for your own happiness. Let me say this again as I look into the cameras. You are responsible for your happiness. It is not just your job's responsibility. It's not your mate's responsibility. It's not any of that. It is your responsibility. But the first thing you got to do is stop lying to yourself. Like I told you, I wouldn't be able to tell you this story if I was not there. And I was just there not too long ago. But I had to snap up out of it. I had to get up out of it real quick. You feel what I'm saying? And honestly, I didn't get up out of it quick. It wasn't until I remembered something that my man Kenny said to me. My man Kenny told me when I was getting my divorce, he said to me, he said, yo, V, it's your turn. You're up. You're the next man up. Whether you ask for it or not. Excuse me. You're the next man up. You know what I'm saying? You're the next man up. So, you don't have you have the courage to continue to lie about the situation. You feel me? But you don't have the courage to face the situation that you keep lying about. And you keep saying, y'all don't got no options, no choices. You miss me with that. Tell that to somebody else. It's just risk versus reward. You feel me? Because you don't want to change your behavior. You don't. You don't want to hold your own self accountable. You want to keep staying in the victim area. Oh, it's me. You want to get up out the bed. Oh, I don't feel like getting up. I feel like laying down. Yo, I'm tired. I'm going in the house. I don't feel like doing nothing. You come home from work. Oh, I don't feel like doing that. You call in to work. I'm not coming in today. Well, if you're going to call in and say you're not coming today, at least you can get on the computer and look for a job. Last time I checked, you put in 5 applications per day, five a day, 5 days in a week. That's 25 applications. Times 4, that's 100 applications a month. Somebody going to call you back if you're really serious about leaving your job. You feel what I'm saying? But you complain about your life and your career. You act like it's everyone else's job to make your life easier. And then you complain that their life or their career, their job is easier than yours. You don't know that. But it's not about them, it's about you. But you still keep putting it on them like, yo, yo, I don't want to, I don't want to move because of X, Y, Z. Yo, then what you complaining for? I don't want to hear all that. I don't want to hang out with you and you keep talking about your job 24 hours a day. I don't want to hear it. Now, if you got some valid reasons, then fine. Then make a plan for yourself. I'll help you make a plan for yourself. But oh man, I don't feel like doing it. I don't got no time to do it. See? So who you lying to? You lying to me or you lying to you? Yo, again, man, you know what I'm saying? So, it becomes way too easy for people as they continue to keep lying to themselves on a regular basis. Again, just like simply my girl Lee said, yo, you create imposter syndrome, period. And for all those people who don't know what imposter syndrome is, it's basically when you keep lying and lying and lying, you believe your lie. You become the lie, period. You feel what I'm saying? You become the lie, right? So there's serious consequences to all these things that you keep doing to not want to alter your life. All right. So the question is tonight: are you willing to pay the price, right, for the fulfillment? That's my question to you tonight. Are you willing to pay the price? You feel what I'm saying? To fulfill your life to be the best that you can be. And you know what? The funny thing is, man, that a lot of people aren't willing to do that. And so I ask you today, I'm going to read something to you guys, something that I always used to tell people, and it's about success. It says, success is a formidable opponent that many of us can't conquer. It's not because it's unattainable. It's just we usually don't make it there because of the greater opponent, and that's the process. The process is not what you do, right? The process is not what you do, but is what you get done. It is the amount of dedication it takes to stick to it. And the process will eventually determine who obtains success. Stop focusing on the success and armor up to the process. A lot of times, man, people just don't like to trust the process. Period. Flat out. You don't trust the process. You don't want to be successful because you don't want to trust the process. There's a process. You know what I'm saying? When a kid first learned playing basketball, if he'll go from running, like you learn how to walk. A baby will go from crawling, then he'll go to standing up. He'll take 2 or 3 stumbling steps, and then he'll start, eventually crawl walking. Then he'll start walking. Then he'll start running. No one just goes from A to B, from A to Z without going through the alphabet. It's hard to do. Okay, you don't become an NBA player, NFL player, a successful CEO overnight. There's a process. You've got to trust the process. And if you don't trust the process and you think you can skip through, you're sadly mistaken. You're going to find yourself back in square one all over again, lying to yourself, chipping away at your confidence, leaving you in doubt, leaving you depressed, leaving you holding yourself to zero accountability. That's why it's important for you. If you got real friends around you, they will give you accountability phone calls. Call them. Find out, did you do that today? Remember you said you was going to do that? Do that. Those are people who are not the yes people in your life. Those are the people who really want to see you succeed and want to see you roll and do your things in life. You feel what I'm saying? And stop perpetually lying to yourself. You feel what I'm saying? And help you make the repairs that you need to make in your career. You feel what I'm saying? In your life, for you to move forward, to move on, for you to have the level of happiness that you want. But you got to be willing to pay the price. And there is a price for success. There's a price for happiness. The price is you got to be willing to go through the process. The process is not easy. The process is not a name. The process doesn't have gold and rubies in it. The process doesn't have that. The process is the fire that you're gonna walk through, the coal the coal you're gonna walk on. You feel what I'm saying? The potter's wheel, all right? Because you got to get molded. But the first thing you got to do, you got to want to change your behavior. In order for you to change your behavior, you got to change your thinking. But even before you change your thinking, you got to change what you got going on in your spirit. Spiritual change. Changing your life could never happen unless you have a spiritual growth. Somewhere in there. So please, I don't want you to think I'm not going to mention God on the podcast because that's exactly what I'm going to let you know. You got to have a spiritual change in your life. Listen, I don't knock nobody what they believe in. You could be a Christian, you could be a Jew, you could practice Hinduism, you could be a Muslim, whatever. But there has to be a level of spirituality that takes place in your life. Period. There has to be a spiritual awakening somewhere for your mindset to change. Okay? Period. So if you don't like that, I don't know what to tell you. All I can tell you what I know has worked for me. May not work for you. You may still stay stuck. That's totally up to you. But in order for you to get unstuck, and if you stay stuck, it's only because you don't trust the process. Period. But let's talk about some successful things, man. Let's talk about how we get up out of here. You feel what I'm saying? So many people want to change careers and change their life. Let's talk about changing their life, all right? Because they want to get better pay. Work is too stressful, right? They want a better work-life balance, right? What's up, YO? People want new challenges. So you got some people that honestly want new challenges. And they're no longer passionate about the field. I will let you go. I will let you guys know that, yo, once you lose your love for something, once you lose your love for something, yo, you gotta go. You gotta go tap in now. Now it's time for you to get ready to put the work in to find something else. Don't leave one fast food place to go to another fast food place. Because I don't watch people do that. They done went from one fast food place to another fast food place, and they just were so unhappy or just going from job to job. Period. But the average person changes jobs 3 to 5 times in their lifetime. Okay, and so it's nothing wrong with it. All right, but if you're gonna change jobs, change fields. Okay, and so everyone wants to be happier. Everyone want to be more satisfied. Everyone wants to be more fulfilled, and people want to be less stressed. Yo, listen. Sometimes it ain't all about the money. Okay, sometimes it's not all about the money. I need you people to understand that part of the process of growth and changing what you need to do to get that career or to get to that certain place in your life, you'll stop chasing the money. Like Mike F said, yo, and I'm quite sure everybody that's seen you on social media, yo, this is a rented life. We are only here for a short amount of time. Shout out to my brother Mecca. We only here for a short amount of time, period. And because we're here for that short amount of time, right? We have to do things and put things in place that are necessary for us to live comfortably. It does not necessarily have to be chasing the dollar. Don't get me wrong. For us that was out here hustling in them streets, some people that are still out here hustling, you know what I'm saying, illegally. You dig what I'm saying? Yo, I get it. We all, many of us been there, done that. You dig what I'm saying? But it comes to a point where you have to say to yourself, yo, I need something different. The same way with the job that you could be working right now. Yo, I need something different. Because if you're losing your passion for it, then it's time to go. Period. It's time to go. Okay? Research says, and I'm gonna read something straight off the internet, okay? And I apologize for not quoting the source because I had the source and I should have had it up for y'all. It says, stress shows that the brain biologically perceives changing jobs as one of a category of life changes that poses a threat to its survival. Okay, I'm going to rewind that. Stress shows that the brain biologically perceives changing jobs as one of life's changes that poses a threat to survival. So let's get clear on that real quick. Let's get clear on that real fast. So when you changing jobs, right, it's a life change. Let's be clear. It's a life change. All right. And it poses a threat to your survival because like my girl said earlier on IG, boss lady, people are afraid to come out their comfort zone. People know, that when you come out of this zone right here because you're trying to make a change in your life, it poses a threat to your immediate way of living. So if you used to making $70,000 a year or $100,000 a year, but you're not comfortable in that anymore and you lost your passion for doing it, okay, you're second guessing that, yo, do I really want to make this career change? All because you think that the level of comfort that you're living in and where you're at is happiness for you when at the same time you're the same one that's complaining about where you don't want to be and where you want to go. Baby, let me tell you something. Sometimes you have to go ahead and you have to chop that tree down and you got to pull everything up out the root in order for you to get to where you need to get to. Again, you're going to have to chop that tree down, pull everything up at the root, and you're going to have to sow some new seed. Yes, you're going to have to take a loss sometimes. You have to. Because if you keeping the same things and you looking for the same things and you're not fulfilled in that place and you lost passion for it and you try to go somewhere else in the same field and you don't lost the passion for it, it's just disaster waiting to happen. Then you're going to carry the same things that you left your first job with, your first career with, or your first job over to the next job, right? Because you're in the same field that you lost passion for. Or let's put it like this. You'll take your same thing that you've been in a relationship with because you done looked for the same thing in the same person, right? And you're going to carry it over there. You're carrying it over there with you, without willing to sacrifice what it's going to take for you to make that change in your life. Period. So It's like having a second full-time job when you're looking for another job. Yeah, you got to know it's work. It's the process. Period. It's the process. You can't tell your kid that, yo, whatever sport you want to play, if you want to get the academic scholarship, you cannot tell your kid that, yo, not studying harder, taking extra hours to study is not going to help you, because it is. It helps perform the study habit, help shape that, help mold that. You're not going to tell your kid who's a good basketball player that wants to become a better basketball player, yo, listen, don't go to the gym twice a day. What do you mean, man? Don't go to the gym twice a day? Go to the gym. You need to go to the gym twice a day, because you trying to do what? You trying to get better at what you doing. So yeah, looking for that second job is a full-time job. Getting better at the sport that you want is a full-time job. Okay? Getting better and getting them grades that you want to get, yes, it's a full-time job. Please stop selling the process short if you giving this level of advice. Because if you giving this level of advice and you selling the person short on what the process that it takes for them to get there, but please don't downplay it. Please don't downplay the process. The process is important. Okay? The process is important. So listen, online, they have what they call decision-making matrix. Okay? A decision matrix. It's a series of values and columns and rows that allow you to visually compare possible solutions by weighing the variables based on importance. Let me simplify that for you. You use a decision matrix when you're trying to assess a situation from a logical point of view. Now, let me turn down for a second. So listen, when you change your job, or you want to make a life-changing alteration, you want to change your life for the better. There has to be a point where emotion goes out the window and you have to begin to use nothing but logic. Nothing but logic. Shout out to Kimber. What's going on, Kimber, girl down in Georgia? Logic over emotion. My pastor said this past weekend, many of us make bad decisions because we continue to use our emotions over our logic. Okay? So please, for all you women that are out there that are emotional creatures by nature, I do not want you to think for one moment that you do not hold a logical bone in your body. Once you get past the emotion, you feel what I'm saying? Weighing the pros and cons, like my girl boss lady said, you got to be able to weigh it out at that point. So it's no longer thinking angry anymore. It's no longer thinking, unhappy anymore. Now you got to get logical about it. How am I going to move? I can't move without changing my thought process. So if you're stuck in the thought process and you still acting out of emotion, you won't be able to move. You're going to be stuck. You're going to still be standing there. You know what I'm saying? You're going to still be standing there. So let's go ahead and take this to the positive, to the positive spin on this right now. There's a couple of online assessments that you guys can take. You can take the 1, 2, 3 test. You can take. There's a couple of other online free career assessment tests that you can take, because in those career assessment tests, it also talks about your personality as well. What type of industry you might actually fit better in. Now, I'm talking to people who are entry level and people who are really serious about changing their life. You know what I'm saying? You got to be serious. If you're not happy, change your job. Money isn't everything. Happiness is important. You're absolutely right. Okay? I'm definitely going to put that up right there. My man, I'm Mecca King says, if you're not happy, change your job. Money isn't everything. Being happy is more important. Very much so. There's so many people walking around here depressed right now. That is crazy. It's crazy. And they'll say that, yo, I'm all right. I'm all right. Yeah, you're not all right. Don't lie to yourself. Don't believe that lie. Okay? Yo, somebody had said to me the other day, yo, I'm good. And I used to say that all the time. All right? If I'm good, I'm good. I'm like, yo, I'm really good. For real. But if I'm not good, yo, people know, I wear my heart on my sleeve. I'll tell you. Yo, I'm really going through it right now. It's what it is. This guy don't tell you at the moment, don't think I won't tell you, because I'll let you know. No need to hold that back. Because if you have a circle of friends As I just said, if you got a circle of friends that really love you and really care about you, you dig what I'm saying? They're not going to judge you. They're going to be like, yo, let's sit down, let's chop it up, let's talk about it. You feel what I'm saying? Let's talk about it. Let's get it off our chest. You feel me? So don't hold on to that stuff, man. You gotta have a good circle of friends around you when you're trying to make these life altering changes, man. Especially when you're moving from career to career. There's steps that you gotta take. You gotta trust the process. Understand, you gotta armor up for the process. It's not about the success. Everyone is looking at the goal instead of looking at the steps that it's gonna take for you to get there. You gotta look at the steps that it's gonna take and stop eyeing the goal. Stop looking at the big pot of gold at the end of the rainbow and respect the process that it's gonna take for you to get to the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. Because if you don't respect the process, it's not gonna happen for you. Period. Flat out, you're gonna still be stuck. You're gonna be like, well, man, why am I like a dog chasing my tail? So let me give you some things that I believe that will be able to help you, okay? To evaluate the moves that you want to make to create a better life for yourself. All right. First of all, evaluate your current job satisfaction. You feel what I'm saying? So you may want to write down some pros and cons, you know what I'm saying, about your job. Things that you like, things that you don't like. If your list comes out to being more things that you don't like versus the things that you do like, then you might want to begin to make the decision. Okay. But you can't write this list if you're thinking emotional. Gotta be thinking logically. Okay. You gotta clear your mind. You feel me? Second thing, assess your interests, your values, and your skills. This is why it's important for you to find some online assessments. Sometimes you want to take two of them. And the reason being that I took two online assessments and I compared to both of them, and they both came out exactly the same thing. Now, I'm thinking that it was algorithms and things like that. Okay. Then a girlfriend of mine gave me a website that was off the grid. And I took this same assessment and it came out and it matched the other two. So I was like, oh, okay, so this is what I'm built for. So I started looking at jobs that I'm built for that. And I was like, I bet. Now, when you assessing your interests and your values and your skills, listen, the truth be told, man, you may have to go back to school. You may have to take a class. You feel what I'm saying? You may have to do something to get that certificate or whatever you need to help back up the life experience that you have. Prime example, I'm in school right now, all right? Mind you, I'm in school to become a life coach. I start college back in the fall. I start college in the fall as well to finish up on my degree, all right? So I understood that if I wanted to make a move, I had to reevaluate my position and my situation. And I'm 50. So when I move, my move has got to be calculated because I don't have time to be playing on the mic. I ain't got time. I don't got time to be making uncalculated moves. My moves have got to be precise. You feel what I'm saying? Bottom line, end of the day. Because the bounce back for me at this age it hits a lot different. That's what it is. It hits a whole lot different. So please make sure you are assessing your interests, your values, and your skills, and understand you may have to go to school. You may have to get up under somebody. You may have to move from the job that you're at and work a lesser job just to get the skill that you need to get ready to move back up. Because sometimes you got to take 2 steps forward, 2 steps back, and go 3 forward. You feel me? Consider an alternative career. That's the third thing. So consider an alternative career. So if you got a skill that you need that you have, like cutting hair, being a beautician, doing nails, stuff like that, home in on that. Home in on your skill. I remember in high school, we have vocational schools, and I'm quite sure there's vocational schools out. We had automotive school, we had Bronx High School of Sciences. We had a lot of vocational programs in our high schools in New York. All right. If you ain't knew nothing, you knew how to cook, you knew how to sew, you knew how to type, you knew accounting, and you knew how to do income taxes. Now, if you from New York, you knew that you had them 5 days of school. If you didn't have them 5 days of school, all right, and you didn't bother to learn it, it was a problem. Because you was going to be an accountant, you was going to be a secretary. You could take them skills with you. If you're a painter, you're a seamstress, you're a carpenter, but you working in a high-rise building, sitting at a desk, unhappy every day. Assess your skills. Consider an alternative career. Brainstorm. You feel me? Research those career options. Research. You got to look at what you want to do by discussing the core values and skills with your family, friends, and your network. Now, when you consider an alternative career, you got a network. You got to get out there and run your mouth. How you gonna get what you want? How you gonna get that door? You gonna just knock on the door? Oh, let me keep going. Yo, the door's gonna open up for you. And if it opens up and it closes back, your God just tells you, like Steve Harvey said, he wants you to go down the hall to the next door. All right? That's what's up. Now, check out job options. Conduct a preliminary comparative evaluation of the type of job you want or the field that you want to get into. You got to go into research. And the internet has it wide open. So instead of being on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter all dang on day trying to do a TikTok, research what you want to do. Research what you want to do. Stop making excuses for not doing it because you don't have no excuse. All you got to do is type in Google. You got the biggest search engine in the world. They sell you information. Why not get information back from them for free? Logical thoughts, baby. Let's go. Logical thoughts. You feel me? Get personal. Find out as much as you can about them fields. Get involved in your research. Get into it. You want to find out more about it? Get into it. Get into it. Don't just be on the outside of it. Let me ask you a question. You think I just thought about it? I woke up in the morning and decided to say, yo, I want to do podcasting on the side. Yo, this is a skill. This is a skill. This is what I do. You feel what I'm saying? This is what I do. This is what I do. My TV acting up over there. It's talking to itself. Actually, it just linked in to my YouTube. So, yeah, that's all I'm saying. Get personal. Get involved in that. Ask questions. You feel what I'm saying? Yo, a good source of contacts for informational interviews is your college alumni or your career networking center. If you're not in school, yo, call a college or go up to a school. Or if you know somebody that knows somebody, ask questions. Yo, put me in line with this person. You feel me? You can't be afraid not to run your mouth. Because a closed mouth basically won't get fed. Am I right? Right. Yo, set up a job shadow or two. Now, you're trying to go into a new field. Especially I will always tell people this because, like, if you're trying to do something different and you don't know nothing about it, you need to be with somebody that'll be able to show you and talk with you about the change that you actually want to make in your life or career change. If you want to be a painter, you got to go shadow a painter. If you've never painted before. If you want to be a beautician, but you never knew what it was to be a beautician, shadow the beautician for a day. You feel what I'm saying? Go wash and set. Hey, listen, when I was a barber in Atlanta and I wanted to learn how to wash and set, I learned how to wash and set. I learned how to blow dry. I learned how to do that. And the funny thing is, even though it is the most basic, one of the most basic parts of the hair process, it is actually the most fulfilling for the customer because it's somebody massaging their scalp. You want to, you using a particular type of shampoo. You get to understand if a person has brittle hair, what type of shampoo you need to use. If you need to leave the conditioner in there a little bit longer. You need to use a hair strengthening shampoo. You feel what I'm saying? Combine that with something else. How long you have to leave them under the dryer before you pull them out. Now, some people can't take a fully dry head. You feel what I'm saying? Up under the dryer. You got to know that stuff. So you got to shadow somebody to know what you're going to do next. Can't just jump into it. Yo, this is not that. Can't jump on. You can't be an IT person and you ain't never Do IT work. Figure it out. You feel what I'm saying? It ain't just my fault. It ain't just a field you can figure out. You got to follow somebody. Yo, listen, let me go see what my cousin doing. I know he do IT work. Find out about it. Do your homework, research, check for the options of the job, conduct that interview, get with your network. You know what I'm saying? If you consider that alternative career, brainstorm that, sit down, write this stuff down. Go over your interests, your skills, and how you value you. Evaluate your current situation logically, not emotionally. Number 7, volunteer yourself. Try it out. Try it out. Come on, man. Name a time where you know you should have volunteered for something, and then you sit back and you say to yourself, "Man, I should have just jumped in and did that." Coaching ain't easy. Coaching is not easy. People think they can just get off the sideline and come coach, and they telling the coach, "Oh, you ain't smart." Yeah, come on out here. That's like telling the referee, I'm a referee as well. we tell parents all the time, the class starts this time. It costs $125. Show up, come learn the game. Then you can tell me about the game when you come in to learn the game. Feel me? Take a class. Now, investigate opportunities educationally to do what you want to do. All right. Bottom line, man, yo, you gotta take some type of, you gotta get up with some type of education, some type of tutelage. You feel what I'm saying? To go into the field that you want to go into if you're trying to get out of something else. Because you wanna upgrade yourself. You feel what I'm saying? Now that's the ninth thing. You want to upgrade your skills. All right. Look for ways to develop a new skill in a current job. You know what I'm saying? It'll pave a way for some change for you. You feel what I'm saying? Learn new gifts and talents. Yo, listen, man, let me tell you something. God said your gifts and your talents will make way for you, will help you support yourself. Period. So if you got a talent of doing something, you know that if it may not work here, you can try it somewhere else and it may work there. You feel me? Or you may have to stay in that job for a minute and you may have to develop a side hustle to upgrade that skill. I know plenty of people that have done that. Like, yo, listen, man, before I even leave my job, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do some trials on this right here. You feel what I'm saying? I'm going to try this out first. And that's what they did. And I know a lot of people that's right now that's really successful at what they chose to do from on the side before they moved out of the positions that they were in. And the last thing is that you may want to consider an alternative role within the current industry that you're in. Now, because you have a lot of knowledge, now this is where the myth comes in. You want to make sure that your job skills and your job set that you have are transferable skills. Whatever you do in your life, you don't want to try to look for another job and you don't have transferable skills. Me personally, the way that I think about things, I think all skills are transferable. All of them. All right? You've been in management for a while. You may want to try another field. It's different. You know what I mean? You may be able on the management side do it. But how much do you really know about computers? So listen, I got to go to school. So now when I get out of school, I got 20 years management experience, and I just graduated from a technical program that I done took for the last 9 to 10 months. Now I got some computer experience under my belt, and I done worked in this internship over here already, and now I'm ready to go find me a job in basic IT. That's all it takes. You gotta be willing to sacrifice, but you gotta stop. You gotta stop lying to yourself. Though you gotta be willing to stop lying to yourself. All right, gotta be willing to stop lying to yourself. Yo, it's your boy Vince Pass, man. Yo, for the chop. Yo, like I said again, you can catch me on Mondays and Wednesdays at 10 o'clock. You feel me? My show go between 10 and 11. All right. You can catch me on YouTube. Yo, share my YouTube channel, www.youtube.com. Trying to build up, / Vince Pass. I'm trying to build up my following. I'm already off Twitch. So Twitch, I will no longer be using Twitch after tonight. Actually, last week I stopped using Twitch. So I'm not on Twitch anymore. So I'll be moving pretty soon just to Facebook Live and to my YouTube. So like and share it. Let me know what you think about this right here. You feel me? I want to say thank you for everyone that showed up here this evening, saying what's up to my brother Mecca, boss lady on my IG page, Yolanda. Yeah, like I told you earlier, Yolanda, in your feed, man. I can't wait to see what God got coming for you. Cause you woke up. I am so happy for you right now. You have no idea. Keep pushing, sister. Keep pushing. You ever need me, you know my number. Shout out to Kimber. Thanks for always being a good support, a loyal supporter. You feel what I'm saying? Just thank guys. Thank you for Lee, who always chiming in. Kim, everyone that's out there, man. Keep doing what you're doing. And mind you, some of the people are also named. They also got their own businesses. Shout out to my girl, Boss Lady, who's doing day parties. She do day parties in Jersey. So New York, I need to listen out for those. I'll plug them in when she got it going on. All right. So listen, man, it's your boy Vince Pass in the building for the podcast. One voice, one mic for the live IG, the chop. If you can't catch this right now, you'll catch it on my one voice, one mic. I'm on several platforms: Google, Apple, Spotify, iHeart. But it's on Anchor.fm/Vince-Pass. I'm gonna talk to y'all later, man. I love y'all, man. Definitely, man. We up out of here, man. Peace.